As a member of the Hall of Fame class of 1988, I welcome Colleen Barrett to the class of 2011. I don't have to make up anything about Colleen. She is truly great. She burns with a pure blue flame of dedication, sacrifice, and caring for the people of Southwest Airlines. Surely, she is one of the most inspirational leaders in the history of American business. And thanks in great part to Colleen, Americans have the opportunity to fly with the greatest generation in the history of the airline industry, the employees of Southwest Airlines, whom she has nurtured for 40 years. Congratulations, Colleen, from the whole Kelleher family and from your large and loving Southwest Airlines family. You deserve it.
If you spend any time at Southwest Airlines, you will quickly learn that the #1 adage of business just might be wrong. Colleen Barrett, in an office surrounded by hearts of all shapes and sizes, sums it up.
Our #1 customer in terms of priority is the employee. That is who we have to serve. My passion is really not the airline business. My passion is customer service.
Southwest Airlines is one of the great success stories of modern business. It is consistently ranked as one of America's most well-liked, well-run, best places to work, and consistently profitable companies. But it started on the back of Herb Kelleher's napkin, and in the late 60s, it had almost no chance of ever getting a single plane off the ground.
Actually, in '67, when we formed on a piece of paper, that is, we were a group that knew that there was no carrier in the state of Texas that really gave a darn about the common guy on the street. So we said, we are going to be the people's airline, if you will. And we're going to open up the skies of America. We're going to democratize the skies. And in the late 60s, the only people that were flying within the state, really anywhere, but within the state of Texas anyway, were people that were rich. So we applied for a Texas certificate only under the Texas Aeronautics Commission. And we wanted to only serve short-haul customers.
And the industry laughed openly at the idea.
I credit our enemies, if you will, the bad guys, as I like to call them, I credit them with really creating one of the 3 best attributes that our employees have, and that's our warrior spirit. Because I think, who knows? You know, nobody has a crystal ball. But honestly, I think if they had left us alone, we probably would have been out of business in a year, because honestly, we really didn't know what we were doing. We had no money. We did not have a penny. So we knew that we had to be fun, different, a little bit irreverent, a little bit wild and crazy, because we didn't have money to buy ads.
So Southwest would constantly garner attention, from the stewardesses' outfits to even giving away free bottles of liquor on each flight.
We became the largest liquor distributor in the state of Texas for 2 months. I mean, who would have thought, you know? But that's really that sort of created our very personality.
But they learned by doing. And Colleen Barrett would spend the next 4 decades nurturing that warrior spirit and keeping the focus squarely on the employee's success. She worked first as Herb Kelleher's legal secretary and then rose through the ranks with Kelleher, finally taking the helm as president of the airline in 2001. She's been named by Forbes magazine as one of the world's most powerful women. But at Southwest, she's known simply as Mom.
When she pulls you to the side and she has a little something to say to you, think, wow, I'm getting ready to get a golden nugget here. Something she's about to say. Sometimes she's pulling you to the side to correct you. And I've been in those situations before. Colleen is Mom at work, outside of work, before work, because she cares.
She's a real servant leader. She's a mom to the Southwest family, the Queen of Hearts, a lot of nicknames, which is common in a family.
The airline industry has faced many hard times, fare wars, oil embargoes, and then, on a crystal clear New York City morning in 2001, the airline industry came to a standstill.
After 9/11, literally, we sat, a very small group of officers sat in our now boardroom for a good 48 to 72 hours. Most of us never even went home, but I bet you we were the only airline, I'm sure we were the only airline, that did not discuss for 2 minutes if we had to start furloughing employees. We just didn't discuss it. It wasn't the right thing to do. We had TV ads on the air within 48 hours, and they weren't even ads. In my mind, they were kind of public service announcements, really. And what we said was, we know it's a scary time. We don't know when you will be able to fly again, but when you will be ready to fly again. But when you are, we will be there for you. And we say now, nothing will keep us from moving ahead. Thanks to you, freedom and the freedom to fly will most certainly endure. I believe that Southwest makes good people even better. I think I'm a living example of that.